What's up everyone, my name's Brenner. Welcome to my channel, Mr. Liquor Sipper, and today I'm going to be taking y'all to my own personal university for liquor sippers for people that don't know whiskey good. That's a little play on something else that you guys may already probably know. But today we're going to be discussing the 10 whiskey facts that you may or may not know that is beneficial to your health, so stay tuned, let's find out. What's up everyone, if this is your first time to my channel, Mr. Liquor Sipper, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned to find out what we're going to talk about. So, today I'm going to go back a little bit, and for those that don't know, if you don't listen to country music, which I do, so, I mean, I'm from Texas, so of course I listen to country music, you know, whatever, it kind of goes with the territory, I guess. I didn't always. But that being said, so this is probably country music's favorite thing, is they talk about drinking whiskey and you know, different types of whiskey, singing along, sing my song, whatever. But consuming the actual right amount of whiskey is actually considered a health benefit. And just so you guys know, the Gaelic word of whiskey, it actually stands for the water of life. So I thought that was a pretty cool, I don't know, I thought that was a pretty cool definition for it. Again, this is coming from Gaelic, so I'm not really 100% familiar with it. The Gaelic word for it is Usij Betha or Betha. I'm not 100% of how to pronounce that, so if anyone out there is Gaelic and I just offended you, I am wholeheartedly sorry. That's not the intent. I'm just here to provide factual things. So I thought it would be cool for you guys to meet one of my students from the University of Liquor Sipper for people that don't know whiskey good. So here we go. How you doing, guys? Today, on behalf of Mr. Liquor Sipper, Mr. Brenner, I'm going to be discussing with you today some of the benefits that may be occurring during your process of sipping that whiskey. Stay sipping, as my man says, right? So, it's a weight loss aid. You got that right. It's a weight loss aid. So, basically, whiskey is a low-carb drink, and it makes the perfect choice for everybody and anybody who's trying to watch their weight. Now, the American Society for Clinical Nutrition published a study here along the lines of 1991 where they suggested that the public moderate the intake that they drink now because of the sugar and the sucrose. But if you're counting your calories, a shot of whiskey is about 64 calories per sipping agent. So you put that to beer and you have a shot of Wild Turkey, or I'm sorry, you put that beer down. You put the beer down, put the beer down, put it down now, and you get yourself a shot of Wild Turkey or something along those lines. And it's going to help you. It's going to help you out. What number was that? That was number 10. All right, this is number 9. All right, so it also helps with the aid of cancer prevention. Oh, damn. I need to do something about this hair. All right. It also helps in the aid of cancer prevention now. That's one of the great benefits. Is a high concentration of ellagic acid and a powerful antioxidant that can neutralize the cancer-causing free radicals in the human body. Single malt whiskey, now that's said to be or contain more antioxidants than actually red wine, which I was actually surprised with. So for all you winos out there, that's a good thing to know. Now, so that being said, you know, you got a good glass of wine or you got a good glass of whiskey. I think that whiskey, according to the evidence that's been processed, you're gonna reap a little bit more health benefits when it comes down to the whiskey. So why don't you just, you know, throw that glass of wine away and let's pick up this here glass of whiskey. And I'm drinking Elijah Craig, by the way. And let's prevent cancer together. Also, there are some health benefits as far as whiskey, of course, within the moderation, because of its properties of blood thinning. Now, there's blood thinning, and there's a daily shot of whiskey that can actually lower a person's risk of ischemic or a clot that is caused, or that will potentially cause a stroke. Now, number 7. Whiskey treats the common cold. Now, as we know, I did in videos. Oh, wait a minute. Number 7. Whiskey treats the common cold. Now, Mr. Liquor Sipper Brenner, he did a video about this actually long ago. I think it was one of like his first, second video, and he talked about how it can help you because back in the Prohibition era, they used to have to write prescriptions in order for you to actually obtain the whiskey if you want to do some sipping on the down low. Now, you probably grew up hearing that drinking a hot and toddy is a great palliative for a cold. But unlike other home remedies, this one has its basis in science. The ingredients of the favorite winter beverage have many of the same properties as a dose of NyQuil. So it's comparable, or comparable, however you say it. I went to this university. I didn't do so good in the other university, you know what I mean? So, I better pass. Do I have a degree? I might. I ain't gonna tell you. So, bear with it. Now whiskey acts as a decongestant, okay? A decongestant by dilating your blood vessels, while the honey and lemon and the herbal tea have anesthetic properties, and you can loosen. It helps to loosen the mucus. You know, the sounds like a moose or something like that. All right, so number 6. You probably have headed to the bar after a real rough week or something like that. You had a bad run-in with maybe a coworker that you just wanted to punch in the face, or punch them in the gonads, or pow, right in the kisser, or something like that. You had a bad week at work. You wanted to erase all those troubles, and you knew that a shot of whiskey, it will actually, there was factual evidence that it will help you relax. Now, the effect of alcohol can reduce stress, and it also has sedative properties that will help you sleep. So not too much, because if you drink too much, it does, you think you're gonna get good sleep, but in reality what it does is it prevents you from falling into that REM sleep that is so desired, that is necessary for your body to recoup. Okay, so that's one thing. So don't drink too much, but it is gonna help you release some of the anxiety that you may be experiencing, and it's a classic choice of a nightcap for, people all around the world. Now, number 5 is that there's the lower risk of dementia. So, for those of you that don't know what dementia is, back in the day, I got myself in a little bit of trouble, and I did me some time over and helping some old folks at an old folks' home, and they may be sitting there eating a bowl of peaches, but the peaches don't even exist inside the bowl. So, dementia, you have a little bit of issue of it's almost like a weird trip that you're having with shrooms. You eat nothing that's there. If you're, flying around with Peter Pan and you're eating the food that doesn't exist, it's kind of like that. It's kind of a sad thing, though, because the person ain't ever getting full. I mean, I'm not understanding that, but so the risk of dementia now. Now, you got to know that if you ever woken up from an evening of heavy drinking and you're unable to remember what you did the night before, you may not believe it, but a study published by the National Center for Biotechnology Information concluded that the drinking one of the 6 drinks weekly could lower your risk of dementia. Could actually lower your risk of dementia over and above avoiding alcohol completely. So if you avoid alcohol completely, you may not be able to fight off that dementia. So this here glass is going to be a good turn too, in order for you to keep those memories locked in there. Lock and key. All right. Believe it or not, it aids in digestion.
whiskey has historically, it's been used as a digestive in many cultures throughout the ages. And if you had a heavy meal or after dinner, you'd shoot a little shot of Maker's Mark or right here, Elijah Craig or something like that, just to help you finish off and digest that food that you just ate. And it's gonna help break it down a little bit. It's kind of like a enjoyable probiotic, if you will. Now, number 3, it helps prevent diabetes. Now, I know other people say it differently, but I say diabetes. Diabetes. You don't like how I say diabetes, and it's like, you know, potato and potato. I like to say diabetes. Some people say diabetes. I say diabetes. If it bothers you, then click off the channel and go somewhere else. Brendan will be back here shortly. Oh man, I need to get them Q-tips back to work. This thing ain't working for me. Alright, back to the university. Alright, so number 3, it helps prevent diabetes. You know, consuming alcohol is not recommended for patients with diabetes, but studies have shown that long-term moderate alcohol intake can help the body regulate insulin. How about that? Alcohol moderates the intake of insulin, which can potentially reduce the risk of contracting type 2 diabetes. However, heavy drinking can actually increase the risk of diabetes. So, take that in consideration. All of this was within moderation. Consideration, moderation, I should be a rapper sitting on the crapper. Because that's where I do my best rapping. Alright, so number 2. This is number 2. We're on the countdown now. We're on the countdown now to number 2. We're almost number 1. Almost number 1. Maybe it's the Whiskey River that gave Willie Nelson his sweet voice, because it's certainly good for a sore throat. Yeah, you have a sore throat, a miss of whiskey, warm water, and some honey to make a delicious cure for a sore throat. The alcohol and the whiskey acts as an antiseptic and also as a numbing agent, which I'm sure all you folks out there are surely to know after drinking and sipping all the kind of whiskeys and shot-taking crazy mother truckers that are out there. Now, you got aching tonsils or anything of that nature, scratchy throat, that honey creates a thick coating that will kind of help during the healing process, and then that alcohol that you get from the whiskey is going to help numb that. Now, you can gargle it, you can sip it, or you can do both with it. You can just, you know, drink the whole bottle, but it helps the throat, right? All right. Number 1, believe it or not, whiskey actually helps you prolong your life. A 2010 study released by the Research Society of Alcoholism found that middle-aged and older adult moderate drinkers had lower overall mortality rate than heavy drinkers or even non-drinkers. That's right, non-drinkers. So raise a glass of your favorite, you know, your favorite Life Water, or was it Life Water? Alright guys, thanks again for tuning in to Mr. Liquor Sippers. I hope you got something out of this. Thanks for coming and checking out the University of Liquor Sippers for people that don't know whiskey good, and hanging out with my friend Henry, also known as Mr. Hen, as we call him. Stay tuned next time. We're gonna be doing a comparison video on Friday that's coming up. It's actually a standoff, and I wasn't gonna let you guys know, but basically what I'm doing here is this is a Whistle Pig 16 year and this is a Whistle Pig 10 year, and they're gonna face off in this bout. And we're gonna find out, like, is the price of the bottle, are they worth, you know, kind of separating for? Are they worth paying for? Is the 10 year better than the 16? Is the 16 better than the 10? And if the 16 is better than the 10, is it really worth paying the extra cash for? So stay tuned. I'll see you guys on Friday. Catch you next time on Mr. Liquor Sipper. Keep sipping.